Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the weekly read for the sign of Libra. Alright, let's get right into it, my lovely Libras. Thank you to my regulars and subscribers who are back. You're always welcome and much appreciated, my people, my tribe. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. Those of you surfing the web who happen to land on this video today, thank you for stopping and watching. I appreciate it. All right, let's get the drill is let's get your two cards out. And we're going to see what two energies you're working with this week. All right. The weekly readings are all about whatever main relationship you're dealing with. That could be a relationship at work, with friends, family, a lover, whatever the main stage event is, I call it, for the week. We're going to take a look at it. All right. So your first card out, Libra. It is safe to love. All right. And forgiving and learning. This has been a recurring theme for this this week. Forgiving and learning has come out at least, I think 3 or 4 times now. This might be the 4th time it's come out. It is safe for you to love as well, right? So coming out of a shell perhaps, right? Reconciling a relationship that may have been on the outs, forgiving and learning. Let's see what it's all about. We won't know till we get your 7 cards out. How you doing, my lovely Libras? I hope you're doing well. We're well into summertime now. It's been a rainy summer here on the East Coast, so I wonder what's it like in the other parts of the country. To all my overseas watchers, all right, to you folks in England, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming by. I know some of my audience is definitely from England. I love you guys. I lived in England for 6 years, so I love it. And to all my watchers from Australia and India, seemingly I have quite a few watchers from these countries as well. And of course, I am so thrilled to have you here as well. So let's see what it's all hitting for with our lovely Libras. Give me a clear message, a clear reading, sign, story, so that I can give a clear message to our lovely Libras stopping by today. We want to know affirmations, reaffirmation, any warning signs. Show me. July 15th to the 22nd. Show me. All right, Libra. All right, first card out. 10 of Pentacles. Focusing. All right, 10 of Pentacles, beautiful energy, right? Having everything, abundance, love, the whole shebang. So that's what you want. That's what this relationship could entail. Ace of Cups. This just came out for Virgo in the same position. 5 of Swords. So there's a power struggle, some deception going on. And King of Cups for the relationship. Your person has 5 of Cups, so they're a little bit withdrawn, some sadness there. 8 of Swords. This is my victim card, all right? My victim energy card. Interesting, that's what they have for you. And the Moon for the relationship, all right? So, things aren't quite clear. Bottom of the deck, we have one of my favorite Pentacle cards, 9 of Pentacles, very similar to the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful energy. Another 9. All right. So, oh, you actually have 8 and 10. Right. So this is your only 9, but 9s are quite interesting. The first major arcana 9 is the Hermit. So 9 energy in all the suits. All the 9 cards have within them inherent an issue to do with solitude, being alone, being perhaps alienated or separated from those around you. Certainly with 8 of Pentacles, we see that she is separated from others within this garden of abundance. So it can indicate having worked a lot, having achieved a lot, but still realizing that you have no one really to share it with, perhaps. And understanding that in order to get to the 10 of Pentacles, the difference is sharing the love, right? Now you have someone to share your abundance with, to move forward with, right? You have home, hearth, family. You know, 10 of Pentacles is also that kind of family life, like long, enduring. You know, we call that old money. There's a crest here in the card. So it shows you a family that has their own family crest. So it's that kind of like really stable, formidable family structure. So straight out the gate, Ace of Cups for your card for yourself. So you're in love. You're feeling love. You're overflowing with emotions right now, Libra. There's a lot going on, right? You want to love. You certainly want to love. You certainly want to feel safe to love when you have Ace of Cups representing you. You know, so it's, yeah, you have a yearning, right? You have a yearning for sharing your love, exchanging it. It's also a new beginning. Aces are new beginnings. Aces are also the essence. Really, more than anything, rather than new beginnings, aces are really the essence of the suit. So Ace of Cups, oftentimes, yes, it's interpreted as a new outpouring of love, but more than anything, it's the essence of the cup suits, the essence of the emotions. And the essence of emotions are the desire to share them, right? I mean, the desire to share your emotions or to fulfill. So it's basically to bestow or to receive, right? That's the duality of nature as we're taught in the Kabbalah, right? So we are made in an image that is synonymous with the desire to receive. As we come closer to the Godhead, we come closer to the desire to bestow, okay? And that is the essence. And certainly with emotions, that's where we're at in terms of the essence of the cups. So yes, you're wanting to have the sharing. You're wanting to have a new beginning with someone. Your person, however, feels quite sad, dejected. They're quite miserable over an old relationship. They're still kind of in their head. It could be that they're not even really seeing the cup of love. I want to say that this person is very cagey. They're not... I believe they're not being as forthcoming with you as you would like. I think they're not being as open with you about what they're feeling as you would like. This person certainly enjoys wallowing. And I don't want to say enjoys, but their go-to emotion is wallowing in misery. And they see themselves, I think, at the moment as possibly being unlovable. You know, they're not really... You know, you may have this cup of love to hand to them, but they're really transfixed on these old... you know, knocked over, spilled cups here. And they're not really in that space to look up and to necessarily see what you're offering. You, however, have Five of Swords as your card for your person. So you're feeling like they're not telling you the whole story. You feel like they're being very, you feel like you can't necessarily trust them 100%, right? So that could be where forgiving and learning comes in. Because and also, is it safe to love? Because this person is certainly... I think you've maybe been burned by this individual before. I think they perhaps have done some underhanded things to you, or they have acted in such a way that you felt was really kind of backstabbing, duplicitous, deceptive, etc. You know, you still have a lot of love, though. You have a lot of love to give. However, when it comes to them, I think you see them as being quite immature at times, right? And so, yeah, I think that you... as much as you may be attracted to them and have affection for them, I think you in your own mind are wondering, is it safe to love this person? I don't feel like they're being 100% honest. They've already burned me the once. Now they see you, and 5 being the number for power struggle, so you see the relationship with them certainly as a power struggle at times. Their card for you is the 8 of Swords. Well, 8 of Swords is very much the victim energy card, right? Sorry about that little cut, folks. My camera just shut off. All right, so we were at the Ace of Swords, and I was saying it's quite interesting because the Ace of Swords is the victim card. The Ace of Swords is the individual who, 8 being the number for boundaries, right? Weaknesses, strengths. This is the individual who has put boundaries up around themselves as a result of their behavior, as a result of their very strict, constricted mindset. opinions, right? This is a very opinionated person. This person alienates themselves from others because hardly anyone can talk to them without, they're always right. Their opinion's their opinion, or it's their way or the highway, right? And so this attitude is the type of attitude that leads to gaslighting and narcissistic behavior, because it's their complete adherence to the fact that they're the ones who are always right regardless, that leads to that type of behavior. This is the type of individual that says, if you didn't act the way you acted, I wouldn't have to do what I do. If you didn't open up your mouth so much, I wouldn't have to smack you in it, right? So that's that kind of like sick, toxic kind of energy. Someone who's unwilling to take responsibility for their own issues. They put the responsibility on you, but more than anything, for your partner to have, or your person to have this card as their representative for how they see you, it could very much be that they see you as being separate from them, being alienated from them. It could very much be a case that they see you as a victim. Right? They see you as a victim. They could very much be seeing you as a victim that they can take advantage of as well. Right? So it's not very, for you to have 5 of Swords energy for them, which is like, you don't trust them 100%. You've been hurt by them. And then for them to have 8 of Swords energy for you, this is very much kind of like manipulative, right? They see you as perhaps being easy to manipulate, perhaps being weak, easy to victimize. Now, this may not be a thought that they have right in their forward consciousness in terms of, oh, I'm just out to F with Libra. But it's just something that's very kind of in the back of their head. It's just kind of their nature. This person is an opportunist. This person is a person who, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They always see an opening. And I think they really can't help but thinking this way, right? I think this person is quite naturally a little bit paranoid, quite naturally a little bit distrustful, and operates on a level of power struggle with individuals, right? So for this individual, it's like either they have the power or they are seeking to get the power over someone else, all right? For them also to be you have 2 5s here. So there's a lot of power struggle, but for them to see themselves as kind of being so hurt, right? I wonder if they don't even maybe blame you, or perhaps see you synonymous with some of this pain that they've gone through. It could be that you remind them of past relationships. It could be that you remind them of a time when they felt victimized as well. But it's a very kind of like strange energy here. It's definitely, for me, it just seems very much like this person, this individual down here, is not really capable of thinking about people for their sake, right? So, like, what I mean to say is that I'm not sure if this individual is capable of seeing anything unless it's in how that thing or person relates to them or reflects on them, right? It's quite shallow, energy, very, I don't want to say full-on narcissistic, but it has certainly tinges of it. You have King of Cups, which is how you see yourself in a relationship. So you certainly see yourself as the one who's giving the cup of love, the one who's giving all the nurturing, giving all the stability, right? I mean, you already have 10 of Pentacles here for the overall energy for the relationship. And I think a lot of that is also on you too. Bringing in the abundance, bringing in the joy, the positivity. I think you feel like you've really tried hard with this individual. I think you feel like you've done everything that you can. You've been burned, but I think you feel like you've taken the high road a lot of times. You've shown love when they haven't. You've been really strong in this relationship. I think you see yourself as sort of the stronger emotional partner out of the two. But they see themselves in this relationship as moon energy. So they are very, even they see that there is secrecy here, right? There's secrecy. There's cover, not not seeing the whole truth, not uncovering the whole truth, keeping things hidden. There's a, I think I want to say there's a hint of, not danger per se, but risk, right? There's a feeling of risk here for them getting involved. And it could also very much be like, now, check this out. This is a very strange feeling I'm getting here. It's very specific, but I almost feel like this person knows that they're toxic. This person knows that they have issues. And I feel like they almost realize that they are not good for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they know that they're not good for you, I think. I think they know that being involved with them could be a toxic thing for you. That's not to say that they're able to change this behavior, but certainly there are people out there who know that. They know their own... and in this way, they're very virtuous. In this way, they have, deep down inside, they do have this kind of virtuous energy because they know they're screwed up and they know that they may not be good for you or positive for you. They're unwilling, they're either unwilling or, and I would say not necessarily unwilling, but unable to fix some of these problems they have. But they're very, very aware that they have these problems. And I think that there is enough, there may even just be enough affection there for them, from them for you, to basically like save you from them, if you know what I mean. It's like they know that you may be better off without them, right? They know that they may not be able to step to the plate for you and do all of the things you want them to do or fix all of the things about themselves that will make them an actually healthy and positive partner. I feel it's quite sweet. It's quite sad. It's quite sweet. You know, it certainly is. It is a little sad because it almost seems as though this person is beyond help or beyond your help. You know, there's not, you know, you may have a lot of love for them. You may have done everything that you can here and been the responsible one a lot of times. You may continue to have outpouring of love for them, but there's nothing really that you can do here to fix them, as it were. The only thing you really can do is forgive and learn and realize that it is safe to love people. It's safe to love. It's, you know, it's always safe to love, and as it were, you know, it's just, are you able to pull that back when you know you're in a bad situation or a negative relationship, etc. But I think this person as well, and this is why I'm saying I get this very warm, sweet feeling, because I feel like they're almost telling you, listen, I know I'm no good for you. I know you can do better than me. I want better for you. You know, it is safe for you to love. It may not be safe for you to love me, and that's fine, but it is safe for you to love, and I want you to go out and love someone. It's almost like that kind of energy. Now, this is not to say, I'm not telling you now that if this is the case, that you should be like now feeling sorry and like, oh, but that's so sweet. They love me and they know that they're bad for me, but they love me anyway, and I just love them, and I just, no, you know, like, take it. Take it. Understand it. This person may indeed not be a positive energy for you at all. And just because they have said this or admitted this to you, or you know this, you being with them is not necessarily going to fix them. You could very well be feeling sorry and sentimental and all of that, and then be like, well, I still want to be with them. And you're with them for the next 15 or 20 miserable long years, and you haven't fixed them. They haven't changed. You know, the only thing that remains is this sweet little acknowledgement that they're fucked up. You know, but nothing else has changed, you know? So I don't know. I guess that's your decision, right? I mean, do you want to throw your life away on someone who's unable or unwilling to change simply because they said some nice things to you, or simply because they're showing some affection towards you by admitting the fact that they're not good for you? Is that enough for you? You know, I guess that's the question. Are you happy to spend the next 10 years in a miserable relationship with somebody with no hope for it changing or getting better, only because, you know, those few little words that they told you filled you up so much that that was enough for you? I guess that's a personal kind of decision, you know? For me, it wouldn't be enough, you know? Because there's a million nice people in the world. There's a million sweet people. There's a million people in the world that may have genuine affection for you. Is that supposed to mean that you should then spend the rest of your life catering to these people and to their problems, their narcissism, and their toxicity for the rest of your life? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get some clarity here. Oop. There you go. All right, so there's your Nine of Cups, right? It's all there. All the makings are there, but, you know, being together, coming together, having that 10 is just elusive. It's just elusive. Nine of Cups is the wish fulfiller. It's the you know, you get everything your heart desires. You've gotten all your wishes, everything that you've ever wanted, yet you're still, again, another 9. You're still kind of alone. You're not able to share it. That deep connection that would radiate or elevate this to a 10 of Cups isn't there. And again, it's very much indicative of the scenario here. There's love here, but there's just not the ability to connect on a level for it to go forward and prosper. Of course, you're Queen of Cups, because so below as above, you're ready to share everything. You're ready to share your open heart, your love. You're ready to give your love, receive your love. You are indeed a full cup of love right now. However, you've got 3 of Cups energy here too. So I could be very much that this individual, one of the reasons that this individual is so difficult to deal with is that they are a pathological or a serial cheater. They know this about themselves. They're unwilling to change this about themselves. I would even say that they probably look at it as something they can't change. I would say that even though, and so here comes the clarity, right? As to why you don't, you know, you should not necessarily get involved with this person just because they've been sweet enough to spare you from their toxicity. Because the truth of the matter is that this person, they very much, you know, I get the feeling they're very much a serial cheater. And so even though they come across as saying, oh, you know, I'm a real piece of shit and I can't help myself, deep down inside, they have no desire to change. Yeah. They fall back on that excuse that, oh, it's just me. I can't help myself. Something's wrong. It's my childhood. I haven't healed from the last girlfriend who broke my heart. And so now I'm traveling the world, crushing hearts as I go. You know, whatever the excuse is, it's not, you know what I mean? The truth of the matter is that they don't really have any real desire to change. Deep down inside, they do see themselves as a sort of Don Juan, as a sort of mysterious character, you know. And I think that now looking at this clarity here, I think that part of this whole facade of, oh, you know, it's not you, it's me. Basically, that's what it boils down to. The whole, it's not you, it's me, is also just another kind of feather in that cap for them. You know, another feather in that cap of, I'm such an awesome person. I'm such an awesome person that even when I'm an asshole, I'm so awesome I can admit I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? Really? How about you try not being an asshole? How about that? You know? So, yeah, so that's what's going on here. You know, this person is, they know they're a manipulator. They know they're an opportunist. They know that they're a serial cheater. They know they have no intention of being faithful or committed. They act as though this is like some horrible affliction on them that they can't change, right? And that they're so heartbroken every time they break somebody's heart, but they can't help it. You know what I mean? So again, I go back to that question, are you happy, you know, to put up with this, right? I think this is very much a case of forgiving and learning and moving on, right? And realizing, yes, it's safe to love, but not this person. It's safe to love somebody else, but it's not safe to love them. I'm going to call it, this is your reading, Libra, for July 15th to the 22nd. If this resonated with you, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Help me grow my channel. This is what I do full-time now. So I am looking forward to providing more and more readings to you guys, more and more unboxings and reviews of tarot decks, etc. And all of that good stuff. But for right now, I'm just going to tell you, I love you so much, Libra. You have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.